Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Rats on Film, the show where a bunch of film rats chat about movies. Today on the show, we're doing a little rat chat episode about the newly released Sheep Detectives. On the show with me today, I have detectives Johnny, Jordan.
I was really gonna go for it, but no.
Yeah, go for it. Take two. Take two.
Go for it.
Take two.
Now I'm like, what does a sheep sound like?
Okay, let's just take it from the top. Xander, reintroduce.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rats on Film, the show where a bunch of film rats talk about and rank movies. On the show today, we're doing a little chat about the Sheep Detectives. With me today, I have a couple of sheep. Johnny.
Bah.
Jordan.
Bah.
Okay, that was good.
Welcome to the show, everybody. That was good. You were locked in.
Good. Yeah, you
I
really
locked
nailed
in.
that.
Cut everything in the beginning.
No, keep it in.
Yeah, keep it in.
What kind of dance are sheep best at?
The Baba.
Ballet.
Yeah, ballet. You fucking got it. Let's go.
Ballet's good.
One of us is a detective.
I was thinking Baba, like the cha-cha.
That's cute.
Baba like the cha-cha. Yeah, okay. At least there's something there. I thought you were just. I thought you were.
Yeah.
I thought you were truly insane, but there was something. For you.
You know, Baba, real smooth.
Yeah, you did save it.
All right, so we're here, some talking animals, here to talk about some talking animals in movies. New movie just came out. It's been a big hit for people, and we all saw it. We're gonna do a little rat chat episode about it. Quick synopsis, I guess. It's based on a book. The premise is George is a sheep farmer in a small town, and he loves to take care of his sheep and read them murder mystery novels. Then when he gets murdered,
Oh no!
they take it upon themselves to try and solve his mystery. I know all now is right.
And how are some sheep gonna solve a mystery? You gotta watch it to find out.
Were you guys excited about this before it came out? Jordan, I know you were.
Yeah, I was super excited about it. I love talking animal movies. I love these live action little guy movies. I love Peter Rabbit. I love Paddington. I love, the like Easter Bunny one that they made a long time ago. I just love these like
The Easter
types of
Bunny
movies.
one, Hop.
Hop. Yeah, I love that movie.
I was kind of on board with what you were saying. Like, I don't love the movies, but I was like, yeah, those are good movies. Until you said Hop, that was fucking great. That movie was ass.
I like it. James Marsden and a little animated guy. It's like the prequel to Sonic.
Oh,
But
true.
I always love movies like that have that dynamic always pretty much across the board. And when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, oh my God, it's like giving that, but also Agatha Christie, which I also love. I love a murder mystery. I love like a BBC drama murder mystery. So I was just really excited for it to come out because it blended two of my favorite genres, and I was just really excited.
Yeah.
You're the only person I know that was like locked in on this. Everybody else, among the rats that I spoke to about it ahead of it coming out, and me and just watching discourse about it, was just like, that's a weird movie. Like, what is that? And you're like, no, this is goated.
It's my specific
Pun intended.
niche.
Yeah, that's cool though that it was really made for you. You shouldn't say goated about a sheep movie. That's
I was trying. It was like it was farm animal.
it's a common
compliment.
misconception that sheep are not actually goats. They're their own thing.
They're pretty similar though.
Well, and they wouldn't like that. They wouldn't like to hear you say
they
that.
They
probably
wouldn't
wouldn't.
like that. That's like saying a rat and a mouse is
Is
the
that
same.
yeah? Just that's true, and we don't like that.
Yeah.
Who's that more insulting to? Do you think? Because with the rat one, it's probably more insulting to the mouse, right? Do you think the sheep one is it more insulting to the goat?
Why is it more insulting to the mouse? What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm
digging
I'm
yourself into a
I'm
little
on the
hole
side of
here.
the rats. I'm just saying the general conception.
Rats are cool.
We're trying to
Mice
change
are
opinions.
cute.
General conception.
I just feel like rat is a negatively connotated word. and we're
Is it a
trying to fix
general
that here on Rats on
consensus?
Film. What did I say?
You said general conception. I said it again and nobody even noticed.
Immaculate.
Your hole is so deep you're never getting out.
Oopsie. Johnny, did you have opinions about this movie before it came out?
I thought the trailer looked bad. Bad. I mean, it didn't look bad. It didn't look bad, but I remember the exact thing I said when I saw the trailer when I was seeing a different movie with my mom. I said to her, I was like, Hugh Jackman does the weirdest movies. That's what my opinion was. So
that's true.
It didn't look bad. It looked fine, but it wasn't exciting to me.
It was weird.
He does have a weird filmography.
I mean, this is, I don't know for sure, but as of last weekend when this came out, this was his highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, so I was
Just a
wrong.
weird
I
stat
was
to
wrong.
think
He's
about.
not regretting it.
No, yeah.
No, yeah,
Good for him.
this is a huge hit for him.
Is that true? There's no way.
No,
The
I saw
whole
that too.
movie-
I saw that too.
Yeah, it's his highest rated movie.
Oh,
Deadpool
rated. I thought you meant
rated.
grossing. I was
No,
like,
no, no,
okay,
it's
okay,
not
okay.
even close to grossing.
I don't think
Okay,
it's
I was
making
like-
any money.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. People have all really liked it. It's been pretty well reviewed and well regarded by people who have seen it. Yeah, I'm maybe more in between the two of you. I was definitely not excited about this, but I like a whodunit. I was like, I'll probably see that. That seems fun. Big cast. That doesn't
Yeah.
always necessarily equate to good movie, but I was like, that seems fun. But also, I'm with Johnny. Weird. Didn't look like it'd be like a big bang or. Are we gonna do this the whole show?
No, that's the last one. You kind of killed
Okay,
it with
okay.
that one. And by killed, I mean killed the joke, not like you killed it. Like the joke is dead now.
I see.
Yeah, just to clarify, just so everybody
I see.
knows what I'm trying to say. It's dead. Like Hugh Jackman in this movie. Oh my God. Did you hear that segue? That was kind of amazing.
That was good. That was good.
All right, I think we should say spoiler mark now, right?
Well, let's do our general opinion before,
Okay.
and then we'll do spoilers.
Okay.
What's your general opinion about the movie? No spoilers.
I thought it was really cute. I think that it did a really good job at being a movie that's kind of for everyone without being super what's the word, like it wasn't just common denominator jokes. Like, it had heart, but I think that it had mass appeal, which I really liked, and I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I thought it was an emotional movie, a real tearjerker. And I say the word tearjerker because I was getting jerked around the whole movie because I actually saw it in a D-Box. You guys know D-Box?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only theater that was playing this movie. Even though it's
No
only been
way.
out 1 week, the only option
What?
was D-Box. And you'd be thinking, like, D-Box is, for action movies.
Yeah, I would
what-
be thinking
What
that.
was that experience?
Well, it's also
like?
for a sheep detective movie, turns out.
You're also saying you're getting jerked around. I'm trying to go back through the movie in my head of what scenes would be the jerkiest.
I mean,
It's not that much.
no, the
sheep
sheep
running.
are ramming
Yeah.
each other all
Yeah.
the time, and every time they do it, I'm getting flung around. I mean, I'm literally getting fucked up in this movie, emotionally and physically.
That is so funny.
And yeah, I turned it on max. I don't know if you've ever done D-Box. You can adjust
I
the
haven't
setting
done-
of how much
I've
it
only done
shakes.
40X.
Yeah, which is basically the
Similar.
same thing, but they don't have a setting on 40X. I don't think. I think it's just
Yeah, you're in.
you
Once
just
you're
get
in,
what you
you're in.
get.
They've got a setting, and I did turn it to max because I had to pay $8 extra, so I am I'm gonna use it.
That is so insane that 1 week out it's only in D-Box.
There was other people in the theater as well who were not using the settings because I'm assuming they turned it off because they just wanted to see the movie and it was the only
Yeah.
option.
Right.
And they were looking at me because my chair was going fucking crazy. Like, it was loud too. And mine was
Oh
the
my
only
God.
chair that was moving.
That's a
And I
great
looked-
visual. Just
I-
Johnny going flying all around the room watching a movie. Everyone else is sitting completely
also
still.
that the chair is making noise.
Yeah.
And his is the only one.
I paid for it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I get that. I would have done the same thing. Once you're there,
Once you're in the
gotta do it.
D-Box, you gotta commit.
Does
And-
D-Box have any other effects? Because like in
It
40X,
actually-
they have like water and wind and stuff.
I was wondering if it was going to have stuff like that. And it did actually have another effect that was quite confusing to me when the movie started. Because I think the chair is not on during the trailers. It turns on like
Okay.
when the movie starts. My seat started to get really hot. And I
love
was
a
like,
heated
oh,
seat.
they're trying to make me feel like a sheep with lots of wool on it. Like, this is like part of the experience. But then there's a scene right at the beginning where he shaves the wool off of some of the sheep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it didn't cool down. And so then I realized that there's a seat warmer in it. Mine was on max. So I did turn that down because that's
Your
fucking
butt
insane.
burned.
Who's ever in a movie theater
Me.
going,
It's
oh, my
me.
butt is cold? Like, what
It's
the
literally
fuck?
me. I love a heated seat. There's a theater
Wow.
somewhat near us that has heated seats, and I love it.
Well, you should go see the Sheep Detectives in D-Box.
D-Box.
So yeah, my review is tearjerker.
Good review.
How about
Very,
you?
very spot on. It sounds. Yeah, I agree with Johnny about the emotional roller coaster. Not so much the roller coaster side of it for us because we didn't see it in D-Box, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. I thought it was a lot more emotional than I expected it to be for a whodunit movie starring Sheet. It was a lot of fun. I thought the mystery was pretty good, but the emotional core of it and the center of it really, really hit for me, and I thought it was quite a nice, rounded story.
When you get a soda in D-Box too,
Yeah.
say goodbye
Okay.
to your fucking carbonation.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
interesting.
I would kind of like that.
You shake it out. It shakes the whole thing out. I should get a refund on my soda.
Yeah, you should.
I'm lucky I didn't fucking spill it. Another thing about this movie in D-Box is that usually it's for like action movies. Like I was texting Webb today and he said that the only time he ever saw a D-Box movie was Top Gun, Maverick,
Makes sense.
which makes sense. That movie makes sense as a D-Box movie, right?
Yep.
And you like know when it would be happening during the plane scenes, you know?
Yeah, of course.
In this movie, nothing would happen for a long time. You'd forget it was D-Box.
And
Then all of a sudden someone
like,
would
"Whoa."
slip and fall and you'd get fucking flung. And it was legitimately shocking. Like, and I
kinda love that.
genuinely missed parts of this movie because I was thinking to myself, oh, what the fuck? And then I'd be like, what did they say? I missed it.
The only thing we saw in 40X or that I saw in 40X was How to Train Your Dragon.
Live action.
Yeah.
They hate sheep in that movie. That's the anti this movie.
That's true.
Yeah, they do
That's
hate sheep
true.
in that movie. But yeah, to the same point as Top Gun. Like the whole point of it was kind of like when you're flying around. So you kind of knew what you were getting into.
The flying on Toothless was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I can imagine sheep being a lot rougher than dragons.
Well,
It's
yeah,
pretty rough.
What are their names? Ronnie and Reggie.
yeah.
They would have been messing you up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
love
fucked
that
me up.
It was Brett Goldstein times 2.
They were bashing you, dude.
When they were beating the shit out of things, I'm like, am I the bad guy? Because it feels like I'm the fucking bad guy.
You see them like talking to each other. They're like, smash, smash. You're like,
Yeah,
no,
and I'm
no,
like, here it
please."
fucking comes. And I thought to myself, I could just turn this down. Nobody has to know. And I thought, no, I won't.
Gotta commit.
I'll
Yeah.
torture myself for this fucking podcast. And I did. And you're thinking to yourself, why would you do that? It's a talking podcast. You don't have to do that. It's not even a video. There's no proof. Well,
It's for the story.
it happens. And I got the scars to prove it.
All right, so what'd you guys think of the movie, spoiler wise?
I love that little winter guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, he's so cute.
I just got to say that this movie was one of the most upsetting movies I've ever seen in my life.
Upsetting? Why?
Because they were so mean to the
Yeah.
Winter Lamb,
Yeah.
and I could not fucking stand it. I hated them. I was not
Yeah.
rooting for them. I was like, they're creating all these stakes in the movie, you know, and I'm like, fuck them, let them get eaten. They fucking deserve it.
Yeah, it was really sad at like the climax.
fucked
to jump
up.
to full spoilers. Like they're just immediately like, who gives a shit about him? Like that would have been the turning point. They should have been like, oh, like we did this together. He helped us. Like our friend was a winter lamb. Like we're all the same, right? And like immediately, no, they're like, we need more time to think about this. He's not one of us.
There were so many points in the movie where I'm like, thank God the Winter Lamb is finally gonna get some attention and some kindness. Like when the Bryan Cranston Sebastian character like reveals that he was a Winter Lamb too. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, he's gonna like take him under his
Yes.
wing, and he's like, no, sucks
Yeah.
for you, but
Yeah, he's like, I'm a loner. I don't have.
Johnny, I thought the same thing. I was,
I
like, I was
mean-
like, dude, what are you doing? Be better than what came before you.
I'm watching this movie like it's got me fucked up.
No, yeah, it was brutal. I mean, that sort of
Yeah.
storyline kind of always gets to me. Like just the desperation to just like have some sort of connection and just the inability for anyone else to accept you for who you are for no reason whatsoever, like no good reason. It's just so devastatingly sad.
And I think a lot of other movies would have made it so that the Winter Lamb was the main character. And
Mhm.
it's sort of like, oh, nobody likes me, but I'm gonna prove myself sort of
Right, I'm
thing.
gonna save
But this
the
movie
day.
didn't do that.
They're just on the outskirts getting shit on the whole time.
Yeah, which was hard to watch. And don't get me wrong, I understand what the movie was going for. You know, the main sheep is Lily, and she thinks she's the smartest sheep in the whole world, but really she's extremely narrow-minded, as are all the sheep in the flock. And the whole movie's right about like going out and seeing the world and seeing how there's so much more than you knew, and how that experience can point out an ignorance that you have that you can then fix and become a better person.
Yeah.
Which is clever and well done, but a very, very, very painful watch. I fucking hate him. I hate those fucking
Yeah.
sheep. Winter Lamb is my fucking hero. I love Winter
Yeah.
Lamb.
Winter Lamb / George is the fucking best, dude. The part where I think it's Mopple. I can't remember who it is. Oh no, it's Sebastian who reveals. He says, "Do you know what they call stupid people in the real world? Sheep." I was like, "Yeah, fucking get them, pound these
seriously.
idiots."
I like Sebastian too. Those were the only
Yeah,
two characters I liked.
Yeah, Sebastian was good. Except he could have been nicer to the Winter Lamb. He could have been.
But he's got his own problems, and I can understand him.
Yeah,
But also fuck him a little bit.
But that whole device of like the sheep, the quote unquote stereotypically dumbest animal, the never think for yourself, whatever, put in a situation of solving a mystery and then having that larger theme of expanding your mind and learning things for yourself and not just taking like the easiest way out and just forgetting anything that's difficult or whatever. I thought was a really good message and well delivered in this vehicle of a sheep themed whodunit.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you guys about hating the sheep because of the way they treated the Winter Lamb, but I do think the movie strikes a delicate balance, and I think it's successful that like you are still rooting for them, and like there's like a humanity to the sheep characters of, you know, being wrong but also being right, and learning and growing, and like you're with them. You just wish that they could maybe see a little bit broader and, you know, change their ways a little bit, but you're also like rooting for them.
Yeah.
For the most part, like jokes aside,
No, yeah.
Which I think is a delicate balance, because had they pushed it even a little bit further with the Winter Lamb stuff, like you do maybe cross the line of like, actually fuck these sheep. Like I don't want them to figure it out. Like I want the Winter Lamb to do it on his own. That's fair.
And I think part of it was because they were also beating the shit out of me the entire time through the debug. So not only are they bullying the Winter Lamb, they're jerking me around. Like what is their redeeming quality for me?
You know what really helped me ground it, Jordan, to your point, is probably my favorite sheep besides obviously the Winter Lamb and Sebastian, the two Winter Lambs, was Mopple.
Yeah, Mopple's great.
The sheep that
could have been nicer to Winter Lamb.
For whatever reason, doesn't possess the ability to just forget things that are difficult. So he's the only semi-intelligent sheep that has experienced the hardships of the world and like had to take them on and basically bear the burden that all of the other ones refused to do. And he's sort of this like guiding force a little bit in the way, but trying really hard to be delicate and kind to his peers who are dumb as shit and doing so many wrong things, and he knows better, but he can't ruin it for them. I thought that character was really interesting and really well balanced in the movie. Helped a lot with Lily being this character who is really trying to do the right thing, often doing the wrong things, but from a place of ignorance, not from a place of being evil. And slowly over the course of the movie, her coming to terms with being like, I have to be able to learn and deal with difficult stuff to grow and no longer be ignorant and be a better sheep.
Yeah, it's kind of a coming of age movie for Lily, and Mopple and Sebastian in different ways are like parental figures to her. And like I agree, I think the Mopple character is really good at kind of having like that parental wisdom and having to bear the burden of like when is the right time to communicate these lessons that Mopple knows but Lily doesn't.
Yeah. I like the speech from Sebastian a lot when he says like, you're not allowed to forget George because of how important he was to us and to me, and that would be disrespectful to forget him just because you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. And all this stuff about memory and how memory is how you honor people and show your love and connection to them throughout, and that keeps us alive, was really heartfelt and nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm joking about the other stuff, but I do think, I mean, it did piss me off, so I guess I'm not joking, but I do think that that's the point of the movie, right? Like,
of course, yeah.
There are a lot of people in the world who stay in their own little community and they have a lot of ignorances and prejudice about anything they don't know and anything that's not comfortable for them, and basically showing how you overcome that and ultimately become a more well-rounded, better person, open to more love in your life, right? Like that's what the movie's about, and I think that that's a really good message.
Yeah. Love the Winter Lamb because he's a cool dude.
I mean,
he's just
he was
trying
the
to help.
coolest one. What's the coolest one?
One thing that I think is pretty cool about this movie compared to a lot of other murder mysteries is that the core of the story, maybe not the plot, but the core, like we've been talking about, we've basically only talked about the sheep so far. And
Yes.
like typically in a murder mystery, you're actually spending more time with the suspects and with the murder, and the detective comes in and kind of just figures it out. But the detective being the sheep, like you're following along with them. The humans are a bit more archetypical, and it works because obviously you have to have like some suspects, but like Hong Chau's character and some of the other like side characters, like we barely even get a glimpse of why they would be a suspect. Like we just have like a little bit of like, oh, she's in love with him, or like, oh, he has a competing farm where they're killing sheep. Like none of them really have like super strong reasons to be a suspect. Like it's there, but it's not super interesting or exciting. So I think that's kind of interesting because most of the time when you watch a murder mystery, you're just trying to figure out the mystery. And this one was more of a movie, but there was enough of a mystery to kind of, bring you along on the plot.
Because I think the movie very purposefully was going for the whole prejudice against winter lambs thing. Because very early on, it's like the daughter is bad. Everything is pointing to the daughter, right? And she's the winter lamb of the humans, like they even say it. So they're very much pushing that as the plot. You know what I mean? So like it was more of a choice.
Yeah, definitely.
But I will say, I think that a weak part of the movie is the human characters. In my opinion, I think they could have brought a little more sauce. Because they're barely in the movie, but they could have been a little more fun.
Yeah, I think Nicholas Braun stands out probably the most of the human characters.
He was the only one who was good.
Yeah, the bumbling detective. I do really like the scene when he gets the book delivered to him late at night and he reads it, and then he comes up with that like little science board presentation for how you detect a mystery, and just the most basic rudimentary version of it ever. And he's so proud of himself. I thought that scene was quite fun. But yeah, there isn't a lot from the other human characters. And honestly, I hear both of you about that's not what the movie's going for. I think that's definitely true. But from a mystery perspective, it definitely isn't the most compelling mystery for that reason. Like to what you're saying, Johnny. They basically go really hard in the beginning on it's the daughter. She's the only one who there's any evidence against. And let's be honest, if you've seen a whodunit movie, it's never the first person they suspect. You always know that there's going to be a twist. And if you are playing detective in your D-box seat, there's only so much information you have to go off of when they've really not shared much or done much with the other characters. It was a little bit telegraphed, I think, at the end. But I don't think that detracted from the movie because the emotional arc was very powerful and very moving and made me cry.
I was trying to write down notes, but it was illegible.
I agree that Nicholas Braun stood out the most, but I think both of the siblings, they work for what they are. The rest of everyone is like who I just don't like. The butcher, the preacher.
Well, the butcher thought of a creative way to call people like homophobic slurs in his own creative way. That was cool. It was cool that he got away with that. Did anybody notice that?
Oh yeah, I noticed.
That was weird.
He's got like the part where he's like, anyone who doesn't eat meat.
Oh yeah, the vegetarians. He's like, women it's okay, but men, male vegetarians are weird.
That was weird.
Crazy. That was weird. Yeah, that was like a joke from 2008. Like
this was a movie from 2008.
It kind of was
honestly older. It was like Babe vibes.
Yeah, it had Babe vibes. When I walked out of the theater, I said to Xander, this movie reminds me, and it has like nothing in common with it, but like when I saw Nanny McPhee as a child, it like made me feel the same way.
Sure.
And I feel like they just don't make movies like that anymore.
Well, they do.
But they're just like, I mean, clearly they do, but they don't as often.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was from Nanny McPhee until now that you felt that way, it's been a while.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think there's a resurgence of old style of movies, not this exact style. But this is legitimately the third or fourth movie I've seen this year where I said to myself right after, this feels like an older movie, like an early 2000s movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
do
happy
think
for that. Bring it back.
Yeah, I'm happy about that too. I think that's a positive change. I haven't exactly pinpointed what that change is, but I think it has to do with not everything having to be so big scale franchisey, Yeah. It has to be that, but there's probably more nuance to it. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume one of the other movies would be speaking about from this year is Project Hail Mary, which is they're both based on books, this and Project Hail Mary, but they're both original movies in that sense of it's not a franchise, it's not a spin-off, it's not a reboot. So there's something maybe to that fact of getting something a little bit fresh on screen.
Well, I think also when
Less
you're not
common.
trying to make a franchise, you follow like the 3-act structure a bit
Yeah.
closer than when you're making a franchise because it feels like an episode of TV.
Mm-hmm.
So like the big franchise movies like the Marvel and the Star Wars, like they don't really all feel like people say, oh, it has second movie syndrome or whatever. Like none of them feel as contained, and these book adaptations kind of follow basic story structure, like the plot beats. And I think that's something that was kind of missing from like big motion pictures for a little while. Like everyone was either trying to do something different and throw off that 3-act structure, or
Yeah.
it was like a part of this bigger thing. So there was always like a hook and a cliffhanger and whatever, and like nothing ever felt finished.
And it's interesting because I totally agree with what you're saying, but I wasn't even thinking of Project Hail Mary. I just looked at my letterbox. The other movies that I thought of that I had said that this year to were Crime 101, feels like an old school movie to me.
Definitely. I had the same thought.
Definitely agree with that.
But that's not a book movie. Maybe it is. Maybe I just don't know.
I think
don't know.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure I saw the book in
Hoppers
Barnes and Noble.
feels like a 2000s movie to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I agree with that one as
And
well.
also, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Pizza Movie I just watched the other day, and that also felt like an old school movie in a good way.
I haven't watched that. I wanted to, but
Yeah, I have
didn't
not
watch
That
seen
it.
movie's
that.
really, really good. Mini rat review. Pizza Movie's really good. Loved it.
Nice. It like new is overrated, right? A little bit. You know, like the idea of the original idea. This is a whodunit. Like it's a pretty classic whodunit. They set up all the suspects. You've got. I mean, they make a joke about it in this movie, right? Where Lily the sheep is going through all the novels that she's read, and she explains how you know what's going to happen. There's always going to be someone who comes in from out of town. There's always going to be some money. There's going to be a will, whatever. You know what I mean? Like they
It's
go
got
through
a
the tropes.
self-aware element to it.
Yeah, it's self-aware. So it's not like this movie's doing something particularly new. It's just doing a good job at it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just it's created compelling characters. Spend time in this little sheep murder mystery. Meet these characters. Hate some of them. Love some of them. Want them to solve the mystery. Want them to save the day. Whatever. And then get that satisfying resolution when they do, and just be like, man, that was a fun time at the movies. Like I think that there's some value in that.
I think that they are doing the most with the premise to have a really successful and important message in the movie as well. It's not like just a fun time at the movies, you know?
No, I don't mean that. I just mean like it being aware of what it's trying to do and just doing that, and not necessarily being like,
It's not overextending.
yeah, it's not overextending itself. And they just push that premise that they're making to its absolute maximum potential. And then they stayed within that boundary, and they made the perfect version of that idea without having to be like, oh, and what if we do this? And what if we do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes less is more when it comes to having like a through line story and a meaning behind your movie. And here, like, it really is the winter lamb thing, which you can extrapolate to mean a bunch of different things in our real world, right? This movie just focused on the winter lamb thing. They make the mirror metaphor to the daughter, and they talk about the 2 winter lambs, but like that's it. This movie isn't trying to solve a bunch of social issues. It's just focused on one metaphor for social issues. And I think sometimes like simple is better. when
And
it
doing
comes
a
to
good job at it.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I think that it stands really strong, this one. Like I was literally crying at the end. Like that winter lamb is so fucking cute. The Sebastian character's death is like traumatizing. The characters grapple with like real life problems, you know, like death and change. And what movies are really doing all that in a cute little murder mystery? Like to Johnny's point, this isn't just like a little kids movie with like animated characters. Like they're talking about real shit, and it's great.
And you're feeling it in the D-box. When
I was feeling
the
it.
guy dies, when he fights the dogs and he dies, I felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah, that scene was probably crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Unrelated to the actual like heart of this movie, but I thought the sheep looked really good as well.
The
Yeah,
animation
I-
was crazy good in this movie.
Yeah, I was going to speak about that as well. I think it was visually really, really
Oh my God.
well done.
Literally like a flawless visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
The
not a moment
animation
where you're
was
like,
good,
that
the
looks kind
rendering
of
was
fake,
good.
that looks kind of CG. It looked, the weight of everything was amazing.
The sheep themselves look great. They did a really good job, and it's been spoken about a lot, especially since like The Lion King, sort of the live action animals. How much do you let them emote? How much do you try and keep them photorealistic? I thought the balance they struck here was honestly perfect.
I agree.
It felt really grounded, but I also was able to emotionally connect with them and feel things from what they were experiencing through the animation performance of the characters, not just from, I wasn't just like looking at a sheep standing in a field.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it wasn't just like a photo real
But it
thing.
wasn't like Uncanny Valley
No,
either, where you
no.
get like that weird, like, oh, why do they have teeth or like whatever feeling.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really spot on. I think Frame Store did it, and they've done some cool visual effects work in the past, and I thought they did a really good job with this.
I also think it's really cool because all the characters are sheep, but they were all different. And they all had like different character designs, which I think they could have very easily just made them all look the same, but they're all distinct. And that adds to like, not only as an audience member to find like being able to identify which character is doing what, but like they all had a cool look to them, which is just like part of the animation, the design of the character.
Like I agree with you that they had a really perfect balance. And I think the thing about that is they're really using the sheep's bodies to emote and tell emotion really well. I think the movies where it gets it wrong, where it gets too Uncanny Valleys, where they make the faces too human, where the eyes move too much maybe, and the teeth move too much, and the mouth moves too much, it starts to feel uncanny. And it's because it starts to feel cartoony, but in a realistic render and realistic model. It's in the pantomime of the sheep. That's where they really get so much and why it's so successful in this movie. Because like the parts where the sheep are standing on each other's shoulders and shit, like obviously real sheep don't do that, but there's a lot of personality and emotion that's put into all their pantomime and everything that's really, really well done.
Yeah, and having, a stacked cast of people with iconic voices, I think helps to, identify these characters because the actors themselves are contributing to the characterization.
I think it would have been cool if Lily, the main sheep voiced by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, ate a big salad.
She should have, dude.
I thought that was a missed opportunity. I hate to say it. How hard is it? Sheep love salad. The bigger, the better.
One thing I love about this movie, unrelated to any of that, is that Hugh Jackman's character is a bit of a freak.
Yeah.
He's a little sheep lover boy, and he has a big
I liked
heart.
him. Yeah.
No, I 100%
No,
love
I'm agreeing
him.
with you.
But he is a big freak, and I think it's really sweet that his death encourages people to carry on his legacy.
Yeah.
I think that was really cute. And I just love a movie that just acknowledges that people can be little weirdos and you can carry on their traditions and be weirdos forever.
The part at the end where the daughter comes down the hill with all the sheep that she saved from the other farm was like beautiful and nice.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
really
And it made me
nice.
think of that old movie, the singing movie.
Sound of Music?
Yeah.
I can just imagine Johnny like rocking in his little D-box being like, oh, it's like The Sound of Music.
Yeah, stampede of sheep.
A
coming
lot
over
of
the
my
hills.
brain cells were lost in this film. I lost a lot watching this fucking movie. And I lost a lot of my patience with sheep, with the way they were treating the winter lamb. I'm still on that. I could talk about that for another fucking hour.
Yeah. They learned at the last minute. They learned.
At truly the last minute.
You touched on it earlier, Jordan, but like that part is brutal when they save the day and they abandon
And he's not even there.
the winter lamb.
I was
They go
like,
back home
wait,
and the
wait,
winter
where
lamb
is
just
he?
watches
Where
them
is
walk
he?
away.
Oh, my heart was breaking.
And he's looking at them from up on the hill of loneliness.
It's so sad.
Yeah, he's the best character.
But Lily got him.
She gave him a name. That was nice.
Yeah. Good
The name part was cute.
Fix your shit, sheep. Be better. Yeah, it's a really cool device. The way that the thematics of this movie are really accented by the premise. I thought it was quite clever. So well done on that. Holy shit.
What?
I'm just reading about the development of this movie. So it was written by Craig Mazin, right? The like
He did
Chernobyl,
Chernobyl, yeah.
and Last of Us.
Chernobyl
Good
was
script.
almost as sad as this.
But it says Mazin initially learned about the novel Three Bags Full from Lindsay Doran. So I clicked on Lindsay Doran. You know what she worked on as a producer? Nanny McPhee.
Oh my God. What did I tell you? Wow.
The
That's
prophecy
crazy.
as foretold.
I had no idea. But sometimes things just make you feel a certain way. And
Top billing, produced by Lindsay Doran. She told Craig Mazin about it.
wow.
She's like on set going, doesn't feel like Nanny McPhee enough. How do we make it feel more like Nanny McPhee? I don't know. Kick the winter lamb a little more.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I literally had that. Oh, it's crazy. Sometimes you just can tell.
I mean, you were locked in about this movie.
Yeah.
From day one.
I love a feel good emotionally slightly
It was
traumatic.
kind of feel
movie.
bad.
Yeah, this movie was feel bad.
But it's
I
feel good
liked
at the very
movie,
last
but it
second.
was
It's the last
this was a
second feel
feel
You know,
bad
it's
movie.
suffer. Some relief.
Yeah. You can't only feel good because then it doesn't feel as good. If you feel bad for a really bad because the sheep are really mean, then
Yeah.
it feels really good when they're
Yeah,
nice.
you have to suffer, but add a little bit of comedy, and then at the very end, give you hope, because then you leave the theater with hope.
Yeah. That's
I
fair.
left with bruises and tears on my face, and I couldn't wipe them away because they were shaking me around too much.
Yeah. Fun time. I would recommend.
Yeah, definitely. Funny that
Yeah,
you were
if you hate
saying
yourself.
Project Hail Mary too, because they EP'd this.
That's true. Yeah, Lord Miller on this as
Yeah.
well. They're putting out straight bangers only. They're only putting their names on
That's
bangers
just,
lately.
it's just funny. Small world.
Any other closing thoughts?
No,
Justice for the
I'm
winter
good.
lamb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Agreed.
main sentiment that I'm trying to get across. I'm gonna need to see a lot of kindness going forward towards George the Winter Lamb to even get me to begin to forgive this flock.
Yeah.
Like what they've done is
King
not
George.
enough.
Yeah. No, it's true. This
Just
is only the-
accepting him is not enough. This is
yeah,
the start.
this is the beginning. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
agree. George rules. Both Georges ruled. R.I.P. one George. Become king. New George.
Yeah.
Become king. Of the
King.
sheep.
Oh my god, he'd be such a benevolent king.
Or he'd seek revenge on all those who wronged him in his life.
The sequel
he'd
to
have
Murder
every
Mystery, but
right
he's
to.
the one who did it.
Turns out the whole flock is dead.
I'd follow him in his dark side turn.
He's Anakin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he should be. But you know what? He's not because he's too fucking nice,
Yeah, he's
which makes it even worse.
He's so cute. All right. Hey, thanks for listening to Rats on Film. Thanks for listening to chat about Sheep Detectives. Go see it for yourself. Let us know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. You can follow us, social media, Rats on Film Pod, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify. We'll be back in a couple weeks to talk about or chat about some more movies. See you. But like you, like a baby sheep.
cute. That was a good one.
Thanks.
Bye. Did you say that too?
Yeah.
I said it also. Wow, that was crazy.